Well, the teams are just coming out ready for tonight's game. Team lineups are in. There are two changes for the home side. Rabin Omar and Thomas Brindley come into the starting 11. Adam Frizzell drops to the bench. PJ Crossan is out of the squad this evening. For the away side, one change. Kieran McKenna comes in after being on the bench in the game against Montrose. Ryan Williamson drops to the bench, and there is a spot for James Penrice back on the bench. He missed that game previously. Of Dumbarton's 2-1 win against East Fife not too long ago. Ryan McGeever was on the score sheet after just 3 minutes. Sure be a few folk watching tonight that wouldn't mind a repeat of that. I've only lost one in the last 14 league games, but it is their recent form that is quite phenomenal. Won their last 3 games 10-0 on aggregate, scored 18 in their last 6, and referee Barry Cook brings it back as Stuart Bannigan was about to unleash a shot on goal. As silence falls before the referee's whistle, Docherty leaves it for Bannigan, and that was travelling. It took a deflection and it will go out for Partick Thistle corner. This is going to be an enormous throw from McAllister by the looks of things. It was in towards Neil and it was flicked onto Jones, just perhaps a little bit too low for him. He tried to flick it past Snedden, but just over the bar. I will take it any day compared to some of the conditions we've stood up here in.
I just stand up here and whinge now. Everyone's going to be fed up with me.
What do you want exactly? I don't know. It's a lovely ball into Omar. He's got away from his man and shoots. It was a nice idea from Jones. The touch from Omar perhaps just took him a little too wide to ever really threaten Snedden's goal. Forbes got that header towards the centre. Brindley's done extremely well, and it drops to Frizzell, and that was a wicked effort. He got some real venom behind that strike, Adam Frizzell. Ryan McGeever is there. Robert Jones is behind. He gets the overhead kick, but never really quite connected with it. It just trickled into Snedden's arms. Fair play to them. Forgot to mention Chris Erskine, of course, who's also on loan from East Kilbride. Injuries curtailed his season, sadly for the fans of the away side. I know many were happy to see Erskine back in red and yellow, but there's a challenge here. It might be the first card, and it is against Brian Graham. It was on Sam Wardrop.
Brian Graham has, I think it's the way he jumps rather than any sort of malice. He is, and I can speak as somebody who shares a build with him, lanky, gangly. See, when you try and jump about, your elbows do flail about. I don't think there was any malice in it. It's just kind of the way he jumps, and it was a bit careless. He's obviously already been spoken to about it as well, so probably not a massive surprise to see him picking up a booking there.
There is the half-time whistle. Barry Cook brings the first half to a close. It is goalless without too many real clear-cut chances. Couple of speculative balls into the box and long-distance efforts from Frizzell and McAllister in particular. But it is 0-0 at the break, and we will be taking a short break, and we'll be back for the start of the second half.
Thought it was an interesting one as well. We spoke to a few refs at half time, as we do when we're up here, and their reaction or take on it was that Brian Graham should have seen red. So whether or not that was me giving him a bit of lanky tall guy with big arms to lanky tall guy with big arms justice or something, but the sort of opinion around us was that Brian Graham was a very, very lucky man to stay on the park after that.
Left foot once again. Swung to the near post. Omar collects, finds Wilson. Just run down a cul-de-sac on that right side. Still only scored 4 home goals here all season. There needs to be another. That looked like it almost could be such. It almost floated over Snedden. Robert Jones was also had his hands up protesting in the box after going down. Bannigan leaves it for Docherty this time. It was the same, but it was reversed and it's over the bar. Sam Ramsbottom never in any danger of conceding there.
The guys he'll know in this Suns team, I'm thinking. He will know Rabin Omar from his loan spell at Elgin City, because I saw the two of them play together at Hampden against Queen's Park. And he will know James Wallace from the youth teams at Ross County, I would imagine.
Here's Jones moving forward. Just couldn't quite get past his marker and just slices the shot wide. And there's another foot race, and it's one that Zach Rudden has won. He's in behind Morgan Neal, and Sam Ramsbottom came out to smother it. Crucial save. Zach Rudden knows his touch let him down, but Suns get away with it. Shea Gordon got on the end of that. It was a perhaps mistimed header from McAllister, but the Gordon shot was blocked. Here's Docherty. In towards McIver, and the fingertip save was from Ramsbottom. Zach Rudden thinks he's poked it over the line. Barry Cook's not given the goal. Zach Rudden still celebrating with the substitutes on our right hand side. Play continues. An unbelievable passage of play.
Get the connotation sheet out. I noticed that LiveScore also put that down as a Thistle goal and then corrected themselves.
Ian McCall has just been booked for his remonstrations on the touchline. Swung into the 6-yard box and it comes crashing off the bar. And there was more appeals for the ball crossing the line. It was Shea Gordon with the bullet header.
That one, I think we can say with a degree of confidence, was definitely not in.
Thistle come so close yet again to taking the lead. McAllister away, lovely feet. He's looking for Robert Jones. Here is Gordon. He won't believe he's missed with that header. Did everything right, just crashed off the crossbar. And the game really has been played at some pace. And what will come of the free kick that he was able to win? Forbes shoots speculative, but it was bouncing. It had to be dealt with by Snedden.
Yeah, it was a nice clean take by Jamie Snedden, because that wasn't the easiest effort in the world. I don't know if he would have been expecting a shot there either, but he did well to clutch it. Again, no harm in Ross Forbes having a goal from that sort of range.
As Foster ventures forward, but it's found its way through to Docherty. And he just found the wrong goal, just whistled past a statue like Sam Ramsbottom. And there could be a break on here. It's come back to Frizzell. He turns inside, he dances away, he jinks away, he shoots, it's right into Snedden's arms. Could that have been the chance? Lovely work from Adam Frizzell.
Yeah, it's the closest Suns have came in this half. It was a really nice footwork to open up the space for Adam Frizzell, and then he just fired it straight at Jamie Snedden. Another pretty comfortable take, you'd have to say.
It's just straight at the young goalkeeper, and it's into the back of the net, and it is Zach Rudden. This time Thistle break the deadlock.
And how quickly football changes. If you don't take your chances at one end, you'll get punished at the other. And it does feel like it's been coming, you have to say.
Jim Duffy, of course, we mentioned all the Thistle and Dumbarton links. He's got some of the strongest links of all, as it's cleared by Bannigan. Grew up in Maryhill, of course. Duffy played for over 70 games for the Jags between 90 and 92 under John Lambie. And here come Thistle, and it's Joe Cardle. He's in acres of space. Kutongo cuts back, Cardle shoots, and it's just over the bar. Rudden is under it, he flicks it on, McIver's in, and he finishes it past Sam's Ramsbottom, and that's surely all 3 points for Ian McCall and Partick Thistle. Route 1 football, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it worked a treat there. It was a great header from Zach Rudden. It just caught out the Dumbarton defence. I think all match Thistle posed a threat. It's kind of unlike any other that I've seen Suns face this season. It's a really good header from Zach Rudden to play in Ross McIver, and he had a great finish. You've got to say it was a really, really good finish.
It's headed clear by the goal scorer, the Jags' second goal scorer, and there is the full-time whistle. Partick Thistle come down to Castle Road and leave with all 3 points thanks to a Zach Rudden goal and a goal from Ross McIver, the substitute. It might have taken them a little longer than they would have hoped for, but 2 late goals does the business for Ian McCall's men. As for Dumbarton, defensive resilience again, just perhaps failed to create any real clear-cut chances, and as you said, Fraser Clark, the work starts now.